Today on Buy Auto Parts, you can do this series. You can do brakes on a 2012 Toyota Tundra. The parts we will be using are the Duralo premium drilled and slotted rotors paired with the Duralo premium ceramic series brake pads. The total install time should be around 2 hours. This is Peter. He's a customer service rep here at Buy Auto Parts. He has 3 years of shop experience. His specialty is steering and brakes, and he has worked on many makes and models. Today, Peter will show us how easy it is to change the front brakes and rotors on a 2012 Toyota Tundra. The tools needed for this job are a ratchet, a 17mm socket, a flathead screwdriver, a punch, pliers, and a hammer. Start by removing the wheel. If you don't have an impact gun, you can use a torque wrench or a breaker bar. With your pliers, remove the retaining clip. These will release the 2 retaining pins which hold in the brake pads. You can take them out by hand, or you can use a pair of pliers. Sometimes you'll need to use a little more force, so you would use the hammer and punch, or just the back of your screwdriver. Remove the last retaining clip with your pliers. This will release the brake pads. To remove the brake pads, stick your screwdriver between the brake pad and the rotor. This will compress the caliper piston. If you are not replacing the rotors, you will want to use a C-clamp or brake caliper tool as to not damage the rotor. In this case, we are replacing them, so we are not worried about scratches. Same thing on the other side. Stick the screwdriver in between until there's enough space to remove the brake pad. Here are the pads. As you can see, the pads are heavily worn. Most brake pads come with a warning tab. Once the brake pads get low enough, the tab will hit the rotor and produce a high-pitched squeal. This is how you'll know when it's time for a new set of brakes. With your 17mm socket and ratchet, remove the 2 bolts holding in the caliper. Some trucks might require some extra force due to rust, but in this case, they came out easily. You don't want to let the caliper hang from the brake lines. You can either set them on the control arm or you can use a bungee cord. In some cases, the rotor will be rusted to the wheel hub. With your hammer, give the rotor a few good whacks to loosen it. After that, it should come off easily. Here is a comparison between the old and the new rotors. On the right are Duralo's drilled and slotted rotors. These will help dissipate heat and keep a clear contact surface between the rotor and the brake pads. They will prevent glazing of the pads, and they will also add an additional bite, which helps improve wet and dry performance. All Duralo rotors come with a thin layer of oil, which helps prevent rust and corrosion during storing and shipping. We'll use regular brake cleaner here to remove it. With the rotor in place, use a lug nut to prevent it from moving back and forth when installing the caliper. Put the caliper back in place on top of the rotor. Grab your 2 bolts and hand tighten them to make sure the caliper is properly aligned. With your 17mm socket and ratchet, tighten the two bolts to their specified torque pressure. Here are the two new Duralo Premium Ceramic Series brake pads. The pads come pre-installed with shims on the back. If you compare them to the old ones, you can see a clear difference between the old and the new brake pads. The Duralo pads are much thicker. They have been developed to pair perfectly with Duralo's drilled and slotted rotors. The ceramic brake pads are made of a low copper formula, making up only 8.42% of the pad. This means they are higher in ceramic components and will have less environmental impact during use. Duralo Ceramic Series brake pads have been designed to perform at all temperature ranges. They scored a G rating pad hardness with a coefficient of friction of 0.473 during normal temperatures and a 0.475 when hot. This translates to a consistent performance and feel throughout your entire drive. Add a liberal amount of brake grease to the shims. This will help reduce any additional vibrations which could lead to unwanted squeaks and squeals. You will also want to add the grease to the pins that the brake pads slide on. Getting the two pins to line up properly might take a little adjustment. With your pliers, move the brake pads until the pin will slide through. Once you get one in, the second one should slide in easily. With the two pins greased and aligned, you can install the safety clips. These safety clips will ensure that your brake pads will not move. The pins should slide through the retaining clip first, and then it will be secure. You will then put the other retaining clip through the two pins. You will need to align the pins so that the clip will sit properly. Once the clip is secure in the pins, you are finished with the brake installation. You will then put the wheel back on. Start by hand tightening the lug nuts. This will ensure there is no cross threading. In a star pattern, tighten down each lug nut with either a breaker bar or, in this case, an impact gun. Lastly, turn the car on and pump the brake pedal in a long and slow motion. This will ensure that there is pressure in the brakes when the truck is first driven. All of these parts can be ordered from buyautoparts.com. Our USA-based sales and customer service staff are ready to answer any questions you might have and get you the parts that you need quickly and easily. So give us a call or visit buyautoparts.com, where we make it easy to buy auto parts.